Welcome to our channel, where we explore the darker side of human nature. Today, we're going to delve into the psychological profiles of serial killers. What drives them to commit such heinous crimes? Let's find out. The making of a serial killer. The making of a serial killer is a complex process that involves a combination of genetic, environmental, and psychological factors. One of the key factors is childhood trauma, which can include physical, emotional, or sexual abuse. This type of trauma can lead to attachment issues, low self-esteem, and a lack of empathy, all of which are common characteristics of serial killers. Neglect and abandonment are also common experiences among serial killers. When children are neglected or abandoned by their caregivers, they may feel isolated and rejected, leading to feelings of anger and resentment. This can manifest in violent behavior later in life. Family dynamics also play a crucial role in shaping a serial killer's worldview. Growing up in a dysfunctional family environment, such as having a criminal or abusive parent, can influence a child's behavior and increase their risk of becoming a serial killer. Research has also shown that serial killers may have imbalances in neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood, impulse control, and aggression. This can affect their ability to control their impulses and empathize with others. Environmental factors such as exposure to violence, poverty, and social isolation can also contribute to the development of a serial killer. When children are exposed to violence and aggression, they may learn to use these behaviors to cope with their emotions and solve problems. Finally, there are often early warning signs that a child may be at risk of becoming a serial killer. These can include animal cruelty, fire-starting, bedwetting, lying, and stealing. While these behaviors don't necessarily mean a child will become a serial killer, they can be indicative of underlying issues that need to be addressed. Personality traits. Serial killers often exhibit certain personality traits that contribute to their behavior. One of the most common traits is narcissism, which is characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. This can lead serial killers to feel entitled to take lives and manipulate others for their own gratification. Another key trait is antisocial behavior, which involves a disregard for societal norms and a lack of concern for the rights and feelings of others. Serial killers often engage in impulsive and reckless behavior without considering the consequences of their actions. Lack of empathy is also a hallmark of serial killers. They are unable to put themselves in their victims' shoes and understand their suffering, which allows them to commit heinous crimes without remorse. Serial killers may also exhibit manipulative behavior, using charm and deception to lure victims into their trap. They often have a chameleon-like ability to blend in with their surroundings and present themselves as normal, even likable individuals. Additionally, serial killers often have a grandiose sense of self, believing they are superior to others and that their actions are justified. This can lead to a sense of invincibility and a lack of accountability for their crimes. Finally, many serial killers exhibit a lack of emotional depth, with a limited range of emotions and a tendency to intellectualize their feelings. This can make it difficult for them to form genuine relationships or connect with others on an emotional level. These personality traits, among others, contribute to the complex psychological profile of a serial killer. Understanding these traits can help investigators and psychologists identify potential serial killers and prevent further harm. Motivations. Serial killers are driven by a variety of motivations, which can be complex and multi-layered. One common motivation is a desire for power and control. Serial killers often feel powerless in their own lives, and killing becomes a way for them to exert control over others. Another motivation is a need for excitement and thrill-seeking. Serial killers may find the act of killing to be exhilarating and enjoyable, and they may seek out new and more challenging ways to commit their crimes. Some serial killers are motivated by a desire for fame and notoriety. They may seek to become infamous and have their names remembered. For generations to come, a few serial killers are driven by a twisted sense of morality or a desire to rid the world of certain types of people. For example, they may target prostitutes, homeless people, or other marginalized groups. Sexual gratification is also a motivation for some serial killers. They may use killing as a way to achieve sexual arousal or satisfaction. Finally, some serial killers are motivated by a desire for financial gain. They may kill for insurance money, inheritance, or other financial benefits. It's worth noting that these motivations are not mutually exclusive, and many serial killers are driven by a combination of factors. Understanding the motivations behind a serial killer's actions can help investigators and psychologists develop a more complete picture of their behavior. Case studies. This section delves into the lives and crimes of some of the most notorious serial killers in history. By examining their cases, we can gain a deeper understanding of the psychological profiles and motivations that drive these individuals. One case study is that of Ted Bundy, who confessed to killing over 30 women during the 1970s. Bundy's charisma and good looks belied a dark and sinister nature, and his ability to manipulate others was a key factor in his ability to evade capture for so long. Another case study is that of John Wayne Gacy, who murdered at least 33 young men and boys in Chicago in the 1970s. Gacy's case is notable for his ability to lead a double life, presenting himself as a respectable family man and community leader, while secretly committing heinous crimes. The case of Jeffrey Dahmer is also examined, who murdered 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. Dahmer's crimes were marked by extreme brutality and a fascination with death and the supernatural. Other case studies may include serial killers like David Berkowitz, who terrorized New York City in the late 1970s, and Dennis Rader, who murdered 10 people in Kansas between 1974 and 1991. By examining these case studies, we can identify common patterns and characteristics among serial killers, such as a history of childhood trauma, a lack of empathy, and a desire for power and control. This can help us better understand what drives these individuals to commit such horrific crimes. Conclusion: serial killers are complex individuals with unique psychological profiles. By studying their minds, we can gain a deeper understanding of what drives them to commit such atrocities. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content.